Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'll be going over the valid palindrome problem. So a palindrome is a word that's spelled the same way backwards as it is forwards. And an example of that would be race car. You can see that race car, even if you spell it backwards, it will still spell race car. So how can we find out if a string is a palindrome or not? Well, we could just reverse the string and then compare that reverse string to the original, but there's an even better solution. We can actually have two pointers, one pointer to the start of the string and one pointing to the end of the string. And each iteration, you want to be checking to see if the start pointer is equal to the end pointer. And then you would move the pointer in if they are, and then you would keep checking that. And then if they're all equal to each other, you know that it's a palindrome. So this will work for both even and odd characters. But we can see here that LeetCode has a different spin on the palindrome problem. So in LeetCode, you're given a string, and we want to only consider the alphanumeric characters and ignoring cases. So if we go to the next slide, we can see that we have this string here that says a man, a plan, a canal, Panama. But what you'll notice is there's spaces in here, there are commas, there's colons, and then there are uppercase letters. So we would first have to parse this string out and get into a format that our algorithm can understand. And what we essentially want to do is get rid of all the spaces, all the commas, all the semicolons and colons, and make everything lowercase. And that's what this line of code here does. So essentially, we are joining an array of elements. So this .join method is a Python method that takes in a list of elements and turns it into a string. And this first string here is actually the delimiter. So we are delimiting it by nothing, so that's going to get rid of all the spaces. And then what the list will have is all of the alphanumeric characters. So we're ignoring all the commas, all the semicolons and colons, and everything like that. And then once this join method is done, we do .lower here to get everything in lowercase. So once that line of code runs, we have this parsed out string and we can run our algorithm. So here we have for I in range, length of s divided by 2. We do divide by 2 because we only need to loop through half of it. And then we check to see if the current element, is this first element here, is equal to the last element, which is length of s minus I minus 1. And it says in the case that it's not equal, you return false. If it is, you move on to the next one. So that's this element here and this element here, and that is. And then we continue the loop and we keep on going and going until we find that every single element in the string is palindromic. We exit the loop and return true. So this solution has a runtime of O of n and a space complexity of O of 1. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.